Guys, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Yeah. Now we are on another delivery in Europe, and we are basically delivering metal scraps. But what is the surprise? You see that? You see what's on the truck? Well, this is my first time driving an electric truck in Euro Truck Simulator 2. So as you can see, I think that 310 stands for the horsepowers. This is a DAF. It's an electric truck. From the stats I got, it has 3 gears. And now this is not one of our trucks. This is a quick mission. I saw it and wanted us to try out what driving an electric truck feels like. Okay? So I'm not going to waste so much of your time. The journey is a short one. So make sure you lock in to follow each and every tiny detail. Now, one of the things you should pay attention to, and I'm leaving the camera outside, is to actually hear how this thing starts. I'm going to shut up now. guys, well, I know this is company truck, but how will we know if these trucks are chargeable if we don't take them and try and see? So we are here to see how you refuel these things, because as you can see, the battery has about 162 more kilometers to go, but I'll incur the costs of trying to charge it. Let's just try and see what happens, okay? But all in all, from the whole driving experience of the truck, I'm not really the electric guy, but wait, this is actually a charging station. Hold up. Let's first. I love combustion engines, but I'm just excited to actually drive something electric for the first time. Well, this is actually a pump station. We can't charge it, can we? Because remember, it says diesel, and here nothing is happening. So I don't know. I think if we had been in a combustion engine truck, it would have like brought, the other thing for fueling. So guys, I guess you can't really fuel it. I don't know where the fuel stations are. Okay. Do you have anything here? No. What about the other side? Now the beauty about this truck is that let's say when you come up on a hill, or when you're forced to like lose speed, you don't have to shift. The struggles we have with it has only 3 gears, a reverse gear and then 2 forward gears. So there's the first one you use when you're taking off, then there is the second one. Now I'm on the second one. I think this is now the speed, the one whereby you move on. So the thing about this truck is that you don't, like I was saying, you don't struggle with shifting down. For example, let me say I've reduced speed here, I can just pick up from there. There is nothing like dropping gears and then struggling and all that like we have with a combustion engine. So that's like one of the things I like about the electric. And then the whole wheezing thing is actually fun. I mean, if you've never driven an electric truck in Euro Truck Simulator 2 like me, come on, you ought to be excited. Well, yeah, this has been fun. So let's get the delivery safe. So guys, another thing I've learned about these trucks is that you know the engine brake? Yeah, you better go easy on that at high speeds. I think a few kilometers back you guys saw what happened. The truck skidded. That's one. Two, one mistake I've made the whole journey is be on throttle the whole time. I mean, we learn as we grow, right? So with these electric trucks, you don't need to be on the throttle. Now you see it's like an incline, but the rate at which it's losing speed, that rate is lower than the rate a combustion engine truck loses speed. Like on a flat ground, you could accelerate to a certain speed, let me say 70 on a flat ground, and then you just don't accelerate and the truck will keep on 70 kilometers per hour the entire journey. Like throughout that flat area, it will be doing the 70. Now I'm going to show you that with this speed of 50. I know this is kinda there is a traffic light. This is an incline, but you would see, you need to go to the other lane, you would see how it would actually keep its speed. You need to drop the gear here back to 1 and then try to turn. But they are amazing actually. They are amazing. So yeah. And the other thing is that the battery only depletes when you're accelerating. It's not like fuel that goes even if the car is now we're on 21, right? You can see 21 kilometers, the distance left. It's 6% left, right? All petrol stations don't have charging ports. This is dangerous. Now you can see it's on 42 kilometers per hour, now 41. But if you are in a combustion engine, I think the difference here is that the other side actually, as the engine revs on a gear, like when you put a gear and then the rev starts coming back, it's like the gear is acting as a brake if you're not accelerating. But here it's just we are turning here, right? Here I think it's just friction that is making you lose that speed. Let me go back to gear 1. So yeah guys, let me pack this thing up, but this has been a great experience.